Happy June, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Patrick. We're going over today $20 bangers. These are $20 cards that need to be a couple of different things. They need to be readily available, so there won't be any niche promos from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, anything like that. These are going to be cards that you can easily get your hands on should you choose to. These are all going to be near mint that I'm talking about today, so I won't be necessarily specifying every single card as near mint, but that is the expectation. Near mint cards are much more liquid. That's what we're looking for. And lastly, these are cards that I think look pretty dope. And that's important. If you don't like the way the card looks, you're going to be more inclined to sell it in a moment's notice rather than hanging on to it, even though nobody else cares. For example, I've been hanging on to a bunch of Palkia, Astral Radiance, the Altards. People generally thought that it was a pretty overrated, whatever, mid card. I love the card. I think it's great. Sure enough, it's pumped quite a bit recently, and I'm sitting on a lot of them because I just like it. So I don't really intend on selling it unless it's worth a ridiculous amount of money. So in any case, getting right into it, I'm opening up for the very bizarre pick. Nobody's going to guess what my first pick is going to be here. It is Dondozo the IR from Scarlet and Violet base. This is one of those cards that is so unique. It's so spectacular. It really is just an outstanding card. The art, the lighting, the Tatsugiri being there, obviously as part of their tandem character, is just fascinating. Scarlet and Violet base is definitely, there's some cards that people like from that set, but there's a lot of dislike towards the set. It's not a super rated set, but I think this is kind of reminds me of Sword and Shield base, where like there's going to be those handful of cards within that set that do really well, and this to me is one of them. You see something just this spectacular, and there's literally no other card like it. I'm for sure getting a few of these. I have a couple already. Absolutely wonderful card. $15, not a hugely risky play in my opinion on the downside. Second one, I've said these ones before, but I'm going to keep coming back to the well on these. The Radiant Charizards. So I say Charizards because you have Pokemon Go, you have Crown Zenith. I think they're both really good pickups. I don't think you're going to go anywhere wrong with either one of them. So that's my 2 cents. Charizard, obviously the biggest name in Pokemon. On top of that, you got the fact that these are shiny. People love the shiny cards. I think these Radiants are going to become one of those subsets that people try to collect, similar to another card that I have later on this list. I think these sort of subsets are really important to look at. I see the Radiants not dissimilarly to the Shinings from the 2017 to 2019, I should say, era that have done very well. So I don't see this being like a $100 card anytime soon, but this will for sure find its way into that $50 to $75 price range in the next couple of years. Clefairy IR from Perfect Order. This one goes just over my $20 price range, but it's worth it, and it's close enough that I'm putting it on the list. Clefairy is a very popular Pokemon. This is not a very good set. I'm seeing this kind of like a Groudon type situation from Paradox Rift, where you have an IR that's stronger, ends up being stronger than a lot of the SIRs in the set. That's where I see this going. People generally like Clefairy. Wouldn't be the first Clefairy card to do relatively well, and I think the artwork is unique, like I talk about. I think the Obsidian Flames Cleffa is another like interesting example of this sort of space theme that they've gone for. I see that this as a new style that we're only able to do in modern times. Like in 95, we weren't able to produce these super hyper realistic, almost space themes. Whereas now we can. I can see this becoming its own kind of theme, like where we're able to really produce something that's magnificent. This Clefairy is part of that. It's an absolute wonderful card. I don't have anything else to say on this topic. The fact that Perfect Order is being pooped on as hard as it is wonderful for this specific card. I think it'll do wonderful. I think we're going to get down to it. This card's low relatively soon. It might even sneak into that $20 range where I will for sure bring it back up because personally love the card, love Clefairy, but on an actual economic standpoint, popular enough Pokemon, great artwork, tends to do well. Next one on our list, I am very redundant on these. I will continue to be the Ultra Prism Arceus or Arceus. It is a part of this, the Ultra Prism's rarity. It is its own rarity. It's important to note this is the only type of rarity that has its own icon in the name apart from the Gold Stars. So I don't think that puts it in a class of the Gold Stars by any means. But I do think it's one of those notable things, and the artwork on these cards, really good. I think this is one of those things that at some point in time, some big name, somebody's going to go, oh, and look at these Ultra Prisms, and they're all going to go as a unit, like even the ridiculous, Solgaleo and cards that people don't care about. This is the subsets, and I think that super distinct subsets like this are going to be powerful, and that's my take on this one. So at $15 for a near mint, there's really no better time to pick these up. They haven't been doing anything. This isn't a, by the end of the year, it's going to get to whatever. This is at some point in time, Ultra Prisms are going to get the recognition they deserve and go absolutely ballistic. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I have a lot of Ultra Prisms. Last one on our list today is the Snorlax 151. This is the ETB promo. I generally err towards the PC promos whenever I can. The PC promo is just completely out of reach for most people, and the gap between the two is bizarrely large. Like even if you're looking in comparison to a lot of the other PC promos, to me that says that obviously the PC version is super sought after, but also that this is kind of getting left on the back burner. It's had some pretty good gains, but nothing like the PC version. And at the end of the day, Snorlax has historically been a fantastic pickup. Great artwork with the Pidgey and the other Pokemon in it. I just am taking this all day long at just over $20. In any case, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been Patrick. Still is. Peace.